Morning, lads. So I'm going to do a couple of quick videos. This first one is focusing on the defenders, the back five in particular. So your goalkeeper and your centre backs and your full backs. So what I want to focus on here is the importance of staying compact and staying tight throughout the game. Whether it's down the middle or whether it comes down the channels, making sure that we're in the right position. Almost like we've got an invisible rope tied from one defender's waist onto the next one, onto the next one, onto the next one. You guys don't move too far away when we're out of possession of the ball. So let's just talk about your positions first, normally. So let's move these strikers out of the way. Your starting position obviously looks more like that. Okay. Now, when the game starts, if we're out of possession of the ball, so say this striker has received the ball, one player will always look to close, while the others will come in and stay compact and stay tight. So we always want to make sure that we're fanning in, fanning out. Okay? If you're not sure what that means, let me show you. So fanning in, fanning out. Fanning out is when we've got possession of the ball. So ball's been played up to Luke Wint or Craig Campion or whoever this is. So it's into our midfield. Our fullbacks are going to push out wide, go to the chalk. Our centre-backs are going to come up and support that midfield line. Okay? So we fan out. When we're out of possession of the ball, then we fan in. But we fan in gradually, so we fan in depending on the risk. So, for example, if the ball's up here, so it's in their 18-yard line, then we don't really need to fan in at all at that point. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to keep space. So when the ball's played, if we can win possession of the ball back, then we're back in. If that ball gets played into their midfield, then that's where we start to drop off, depending on the situation. So if that player is under no pressure, so let's say the ball gets played into this man here, he's under no pressure, he's got nobody on him, he's able to turn and face our goal, then this is where we'll drop. So the centre-backs will go directly backwards. Obviously the striker will follow. But the full-backs will come in. So the full-backs will come right tight. So you've almost got four centre-backs when you are dropping back. Now, obviously, bear in mind, we want to attack the ball. So we don't want to be dropping off too deep, but there will always be a requirement to drop. And this is where you've got to look for the triggers. If the opposition player is under no pressure, is able to hit that ball over the top of you, then obviously that's where we need to drop. That's a trigger, right? If you've got a player running at you, again, under no pressure. So let's say you're up here. Okay, so you're further up the field. We've just lost possession over here. This player's picked it up. He's now run. He's not tracking back. He's now running aggressively toward the defence. There's no need to approach him there. Okay? We don't need to do that, because if he gets around you, then suddenly there's this big space opened up here. Okay? So all we do is all four defenders will drop back, but fan in. So the closer he comes to goal, the tighter we get. And then he's got no way through. Okay? We then win possession of the ball back, and then we fan out very quickly to ensure that we've got the space to play. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, then drop me a message in the chat and I will try to explain. So, again, closing the striker, so look for your triggers. So if the striker receives the ball, but his back is to our goal, get close to him. Put some pressure on him. Again, one defender will approach. The others will tighten up around him. So, again, we're compact. Yeah? We stay tight at all given times. That includes the fullbacks. I don't want the fullbacks still out here when the ball's played down the middle here. I want those fullbacks in. Okay? So we stay tight. We make it very difficult for them. If the striker happens to play the ball out wide into a player here, that's fine. Fullback can approach. Obviously staying goal side. The centre-back will drop in there. The other centre-back will come across. The fullback will act as another centre-back there in the middle of the pitch. Again, look how tight it is. Look how tight we are between the four defenders. Yeah. And it's the same again. If that then gets played back across there, one centre-back will approach. Okay? Again, you don't need to go right up to him if he's facing goal now. Okay? Make sure you're blocking the angle for a pass. But as he approaches, this fullback will drop in. It's okay if he follows on. The fullback will drop back in there. You come across. Again, back into your position, but you stay tight and you stay compact. Obviously, keeper will be on his line there. Okay. Hopefully that all makes sense. So